My name is Marla Godette. I am a master's level therapist. I come from the Detroit area. My experience is typically with juvenile delinquents. I also have a gift and passion for working with families. Mom, dad, kids, blended families, single mom, single dad, adoptive families. However your family looks, it's a family. One thing that I take to heart in family sessions is working with family on their roles and their responsibilities. And in situations where there's maybe been a death or a divorce, whatever kids go through that's traumatic to them, it just could be their puppy died. That's still trauma for them. How do they see you as the parent? I've worked with a lot of people who live in inner city areas. Kids get post-traumatic stress disorder. They hear shooting all the time. They hear, people screaming and fighting and all these type things, and they have no trust to run to their parents because their parents are their buddies. They're their friends. Scripture tells us that, we're to train the children the way they should go, and when they're older, they won't depart. You don't train your friends, you train your children. The parent that is truly a parent and plays their role the way they should, that child would be free to come to them and say, I'm scared, I don't understand. And then the parent can give them whatever knowledge, whatever love, whatever support that they have. And then if they need more, they would refer them out to a professional. But that whole initial thing of the root, the core of the family, that has to be in appropriate roles. Sometimes as the adult, we still have to carry on. We're going through this tragedy or grief and loss. We still gotta work, we still gotta pay bills, we gotta take care of the kids. And then we worry about, if this is affecting me, how is it affecting them? So that self-care, getting counsel, getting prayer, seeking direction, and then being able to be strong enough to process what they need to do so they can help their kids. And things really affect our kids. And they may not talk about it right away. They may not, display behaviors of it right away. But we can't just say kids are resilient and kind of push them to the back burner. Because years later, that incident could come back and display itself in a different way. Not drilling them about it, but taking opportunity to say, hey, tell me how you feel about what happened last week. Conversations like that are sometimes done well at the dinner table, or maybe cooking dinner, an interactive thing, when it's kind of not a lot of chaos, driving in the car, so they know that they have that support. And they may or may not take it, but they know it's there if they need it. And letting them know that whatever they've done or didn't do or they're thinking about doing, that I am in no judgment of them. I'm here to help them just like Jesus Christ is here to help us all. When speaking on tragedy with children, things need to be age appropriate. However, I would say that a lot of that starts, at birth, in how we are reading to our children, how we're talking to our children, the things we discuss over our children. And if our children are getting in their spirits very young, the things that they can't actually verbalize and understand, as they develop, those things that are being put into their spirit are going to come to life. So at that age, you can be teaching them that they have nothing to fear. We get fear set in our hearts because we don't know. We don't know what's gonna happen. Do I send my kid to school? What is this all about? But if the children aren't afraid, because this is being instilled in them at such a young age, then they have a different outlook. Those are the things that will come to fruition when they get older. They'll be stronger because you've been putting it into them at a young age. Tragedy is not something to be afraid of. Tragedy has been documented from the beginning of time on. It is a teaching opportunity. It's an opportunity for, kids to learn and to understand. It's an opportunity to help prepare them for their adult life, because something traumatic may happen to them, you never know. Ultimately, we need to be teaching our children that no matter what, once they accept Jesus Christ and they're living the life for Him, that tragedy may come, but they have to have that internal peace. And really the only way you get internal peace is through Jesus Christ. That's the only way.